Hey everyone, I hope that the very little bit of time left in your summer is going well. This last week in school, which was our first week back from summer break, was just the second portion of gastrointestinal disorders. From an Ayurvedic standpoint, we discussed the importance of the digestive fire or the Agni and how having optimal digestion flows into our overall quality of life, our tendency towards disease. Um, and then I really like to think of the term disease as being dis-ease. So, um, imbalance in the body, this lack of easefulness due to external factors, which can be nutrition, which can be through our daily routine, which can be caused from external stressors, environmental stressors, lack of opportunities for the body to have like stillness and relaxation. So some things could be practicing mindfulness or meditation, prayer, things like that. Um, a few of the segments of gastrointestinal disorders that we focused on were indigestion. So some examples of indigestion would be like bloating, burping, nausea, upper abdominal discomfort, GERD, also known as GERD, or gastroesophageal reflux disease. So that would be an umbrella term for like heartburn, acid regurgitation, having a sour, bitter taste in the mouth due to acid refluxing into the mouth. Big key takeaways were to avoid eating aggravating foods depending on a person's genetic makeup as well as whatever imbalance might be occurring in the body. So even though my makeup is Vata Pitta, I can have periods of imbalance, whether the Vata is predominantly imbalanced or the Pitta or some combination of both, and just really being mindful of the foods that we take in, how it can either help decrease the disease in the body, or it could potentially be aggravating in nature. Um, really each day the importance of having a regular daily routine, trying to avoid snacking. When we're snacking, it's actually stressing our digestion. So having regular meals spaced throughout the day, at least 3 to 4 hours between meals, and avoiding snacking if possible. Eating that biggest meal midday when the digestive fire is the highest. And then also considering some type of stress management modality, so such as meditation, breath work, mindfulness, things like that. Also, we discussed constipation, which is an umbrella term for any kind of like improper elimination in the body. Key takeaways to help improve constipation would be ensuring to eat more fiber. So, examples of things with a good amount of fiber are chia seeds, flax seeds, oatmeal, bananas, apples, raisins, figs, prunes, and cooked vegetables. All of those are really great sources of fiber. Consuming warmer liquids, so such as warm water, herbal teas, and then warmer room temperature fruit juices. The thought between drinking warmer things is that it helps to improve blood flow. So I think about it as when we're drinking warm things, the arteries and veins in the body start to dilate. And then when we drink cold things, it actually causes vasoconstriction. So where the blood vessels get tighter, blood flow is slowed down, digestion is slowed down. It can feel really soothing, but long term, it can actually increase stress on the body. So veering more towards room temperature and hotter beverages. We also discussed some various Ayurvedic herbs and how they might to help promote balance in the body, and then specific ones, herbs that are beneficial depending on the type of imbalance that's occurring. And then one way as a provider that I might notice an imbalance of a certain dosha would be through assessing a patient's pulse. So based on what I'm feeling in the physical pulse, can help lead us into the direction of what's out of balance and what herbs and nutrition things would be most beneficial at that point in time. It is important when we eat, how we eat, and what we eat. So there's a lot of things to consider when it comes to nutrition. So meal timing, um, not eating in a rushed way or not eating in our car while we're driving or watching something. So avoiding multitasking. And then being mindfulness that we're eating well-balanced meals. And in Ayurveda, they focus on the 6 tastes. And so eating nutrient-dense things kind of related to those tastes. Milk is very nourishing. It helps to support the datus, which are the tissues in the body. And then we also talked about how milk can be really beneficial for increasing ojas in the body. And so ojas I like to think about as like vitality. So having the energy to do the things we desire to do, not feeling fatigued and tired when we're doing them, having increased endurance and stamina for various activities, all of that are good signs of ojas. And then just like joy, like having a joyful life. We also looked at lassi. Lassi is a type of fresh, plain, non-fat yogurt mixed with water, and there can either be sweeter kinds with like rose water and honey, or more digestive lassi with different spices, and it kind of has more of a salty taste. Lassi helps to support digestion, and typically it's taken with or after lunchtime. Also, the importance of cooking with ghee. So ghee is a type of clarified butter. So it's butter that's been gently heated so that most of the water and milk solids have been removed. And that one, even in people with lactose intolerance, is something to consider because through that process, it tends to be like super, super low, if any, lactose in that. It is very nourishing for the body, so it's a great source of oils, fat, and then also it helps to improve the digestive fire as well. And then ghee can be really beneficial too, as far as helping to improve absorption of various herbs. And then we just reviewed again kind of herbal protocols and treatment plans for patients. So I'm glad to be back. A little bit bittersweet having the summer end, but I'm glad to be on again and sharing with you what I'm learning. Please don't hesitate to ask questions, leave comments, share. But I appreciate all of you. Have a great week.